Guys, I did it. Nerf Modulus Regulator, overhauled, LiPo, Select Fire still works. Sounds a whole lot more menacing. No motor swap, everything's still stock, including the wiring, but here's the guide on how to rewire, overhaul, some hiccups and bumps that I ran into. Maybe you won't, but if you do, kind of how to fix them. So good luck, have fun. As far as I know, this is the most complete mod guide to the regulator to date. I have looked high and low on the internet, and I have not seen you yet. So, regulator is here. Oh yeah. Never really did quite finish the regulator. Maybe I gotta go jump on it. So let's finish her up. Gotta get rid of the motor restrictors. Get a little more FPS out of them. Since you know you're gonna be making cupcakes at least once a week, we can just make an episode once a week. And it'd be funny, people would watch it, and then they'd want to see it. Yeah. And stuff.
Okay.
No?
I don't know. I don't know if I would want to see it.
I want to see you, because you're hot.
Okay. Insert eye roll here.
Here. I put my finger in the frame so you can put the eye roll right there.
Okay. Why would you punch the stove? It's weird. That's weird.
Now we've got it dissected here a little bit. Oh no. Just have to take out these resistors. Maybe it'll take away the lag on shooting to that first shot.
Oh.
Well, you can ask. It's okay.
About what?
The resistors on these motors. When you like that first shot always has like a little hesitation before it goes.
That's unacceptable.
Indeed. So maybe by taking out those resistors it won't lag as much. Or at least on that first shot.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe it won't matter.
Maybe. What? Why wouldn't it matter? Is this the jam door switch?
It shoots fast. Well, what do you want?
Perfection.
Okay. Well, you want
punched yourself in the face. Seriously?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Why would you punch yourself in the face? That's weird.
It's not weird. It's a thing. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Should I do it?
Okay. That's a mag jam switch. Yes.
I need you to answer yes or no. Should I do it?
Yes.
Okay.
What is this? Another switch.
Remember, you said that.
Am I gonna regret it?
I don't know. I hope not.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm scared. But
No.
whatever. Do your damage. Alright, so we've got the jam door switch. Is there something in the chili?
Yeah.
Ah. So we can just do something to make sure that's like just always down. And there's this, let's see. Not quite. Alright. Leave all that. I think we can take this out. It looks like we can. This is the switch. This is magazine release. So it looks like we could cut the shell potentially and put one of the 3D printed ones in there maybe. Although that piece is there, I'd have to put it, angle it funky out into here maybe. Maybe.
Mumbling?
Maybe.
Why are you mumbling?
Maybe. We're gonna use the selector switch.
I told them about it at work and they were intrigued.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've got, all the good stuff.
You got all the good stuff?
And all the good stuff. Like this,
You got belly?
better. So, I think I will make some. Leave a comment below if you want to see that.
You saved us all.
You're welcome.
And we
Alright.
can shake you
And it
out.
will be ready in 2 hours.
2 hours? Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm not hungry.
It's slow cooking.
I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, I wasn't here all day.
I'm kidding. Resistor here. And a switch that we are going to simply put in upside down and put it back in. I was tired and hungry.
So, here's a little background. Last week, weekend before, we went to Maryland,
It was like 2 weeks ago.
which is the weekend before last week.
Whatever.
Anyway, we went to Maryland to go visit Alan's son, and we were on our way back, and it was late at night, and we were really hungry. So we go to Wendy's. I'm melting. We go to Wendy's to get some food, and I'm like, okay, Alan, what do you want? And he said, I want a McChicken. And I was like, what? You're filming my boobs. There you go. That was the story. Yeah. He wanted a McChicken.
Oh, well, I said it twice, remember?
Yeah, he said it twice, because he was really, really certain he wanted a McChicken.
It's a crispy chicken sandwich.
Which is not a McChicken.
It's a crispy chicken sandwich.
And when was the last time you went to McDonald's?
I don't know.
Stop filming my boobs!
I'm trying to get the light.
Okay, well, don't hold. Look here.
Here, you got better?
Yeah, that's way better than boobs.
No, because that's going to get more cleavage.
I don't care.
Go back to baking.
I'm going back to baking, but that's why I was making fun of him about the
Funny
baking.
story. Haha. And these little clips. Once you kind of start working a couple, they get a lot easier. So for the next one. And then I have this canted flywheel cage. So cool. What have you been here?
Okay, this is pretty solid. It's a nice cage. So we need to break this weld real quick. I like to just go ahead and smash it with a hammer, or just cut it. Straight forward. And basically just chop around. There you go, and it's free. So I get some of that board off it. Okay, almost free. Oh, that was fun. I'm observing. Maybe I'm just gonna fast forward through all this. Anyways, trying to get our little prongs free as a circuit board. Oh yeah, burn the house down! Like so. That's gentle. Getting everything else wasn't. Make sure we did test it and keep some of the solder on there, but it's not a lot about that.
Yeah, Daddy.
Hi, Carla Cat. Alright, let's put some joints, some other two joints, and then we get two more.
Okay, I'm happy.
Good. Here, put the positive and negative that from that cord onto one of these motors. That'll electrocute these up.
I did it, Daddy! I did it! I did it, Daddy! I'm so good!
guess the best helper ever. Ow.
Do you mind? Just stop poking me in the eye with a cat's paw. No, I can't get that. Clearly. I don't think she wants it. I don't think that's how it went. I think it's now, yeah. Which one of those is which?
And cut. I will reconvene when I get all this wired up. You don't want to see me do all this boring stuff anyway. When we're putting it back together, we'll come back. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Nerf Modding Fails. You can see I have quite a little bit of a mess here, but we have our regulator working again. So, not as originally designed, per se. The motor's spinning, and I've got a conveyor belt moving, and it is, I don't know if you can see, let me get moving in the right direction. So, let's kind of recap real quick. I think I actually figured out what happened. I have a theory. I haven't tested it yet, but I think I'm going to. Let's see if I can just pop it. Kind of started reassembling some here. Come on. I've just put a couple screws here loosely into this kind of flywheel cage mounting system here, because the flywheel cage itself snaps together. There's nothing that really holds it in. Why won't you come out? Maybe it's you. Maybe it's me. Oh, it's me. It's definitely me. Let's just come back from here and yank this sucker out. Piece of tape I had covering up the eye. Come on, you little buttwigget. What is the deal here? Unless this screw is actually mounted into something. Possibly. Oh, it is. It's actually mounted into something. Okay. So, there we go. Pop goes the weasel. And hopefully we didn't muck anything up in that process. Oh, there we go. Oh, button there. Still good. Okay, we should be able to flip this over. Like so. Still have everything kind of exposed. So, says no, there's no bullets. Oh no, jam does switch. Motor spin. Okay. Alright, so what's happening here is I had to find hot ground for starters. This is, I believe, the hot. This is the ground. Back in there. Hold it together there. So it looks like I can zip you all the way back in. Screw there. And just tighten that back up. Yes, yeah. There you go. No, doesn't look like it's the wrong screw. Might be out of course thread. So I have to take that out. Anyway. So there was a transistor right here. Okay? And this went purple, red, gray. Red was a jumper to the transistor. The transistor then tied into this blue wire here. And on the opposite end of that transistor was this brown wire here. My theory, well, my current theory, because basically what I've done is bypassed the current rev switch because it was working, it stopped working. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it's something in the board. I haven't figured out. But what my new theory is that this transistor was cutting off the ground between these red and blue, or the anion, the ground, the negative. Sorry, electrical terms. I'm an electrician, not an electronic guy. So was cutting off that ground possibly. If it got, or was continuing that ground, I don't know. So essentially, well, I heat shrink it there. I don't want to take that connection apart. Forgive this terrible soldering job. I know it's atrocious, but it's working. So that's the most important part. Got a little pinch there in the wire. It's fine. So what I think possibly happened is maybe we fry it, I don't know, but what I did was I basically just bypassed that joint here and made a rev switch, a new rev switch that I'm going to just go ahead and replace where the current one currently resides. So with that in, I can spin me motors. And then, as far as I know, the trigger system's still working. I haven't actually, well, I fired a couple of darts through it, single fire. I haven't done burst fire or full auto yet. So we will test that here in just a moment when we flip this over and actually start putting this thing back together, which I'm super stoked about, because the wife was yelling at me last night that I killed her blaster. I'm actually going to try to get a hold of that video. It's quite funny. I couldn't help but laugh because, well, I knew I could fix it. Well, I knew if worst case scenario, I'm buying an Arduino and learning how to do that. But I knew that there would be a way to fix it regardless. So, you know, or heck, I could buy a new regulator and just start from scratch. Because originally I didn't take out this board here, or the board, the resistors that were on the pusher motor. So I was just running, just literally wired in a 2S LiPo and called it a day, and it worked. It worked fairly well, but I really wanted to get more performance out of it, given what we've already got. You know, because I am eventually going to do the brushless system. I've been watching lots of videos on it, and I think monetarily wise, it's not really much more expensive than going regular 130, 180 sized motors, but I think the benefits far outweigh the slight escalation in cost, longevity wise and all that. But it's a lot of electronics and circuits and things like that that I'm learning, so I'm in the process of learning all of that before we go ahead and just, you know, dive into it, so to speak. But I am super stoked about that. But for now, this will work. It'll perform, you know, what I need it to do. I don't want to do shell modifications. I really want to keep these things looking like they are in their original form. That's something that I truly, truly do not want to move away from. I think a lot of them, the ones that I have anyway, I think they're cool. I think they look cool. I think their shells and designs, things like that. I think, you know, some paint jobs will be in order, and probably helps to make sure you got all your wires running in the right direction. Okay, pinchy. So that board there, remove that. This was a thermistor here. There was one here. I deleted that. This was the mag lock. That's what that was. That I basically just got rid of. The actual electronic magazine switch. It was routed into here. Which, speaking of which, I'm curious if I can get this. Is gotta get out of the way here. I gotta get this is the trigger switch. Man, we got no dots. You cannot fire right now. So I gotta get that all back together. So I'm gonna loosen you up just a tad, my friend. Get a little extra play here. I gotta get my mag release button in there as well. But I think that works better for snapping it all back together. And it appears I missed a screw. So one of the reasons I wanted to go back over this with you guys is because outside of Drac, I haven't seen anyone do a really in-depth kind of wiring of this blaster, and I think it's a disservice to this blaster. I think it's a great platform to really kind of start learning about more complicated electrical systems other than, you know, just strife with 3 switches and 2 motors and a pusher arm. I think this is just a really cool platform. I think the select fire is awesome. I think when we get it with a MOSFET eventually added, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this thing. Running on 3S with the stock wiring and the board and everything until, like I said, we get the Arduino. There's a kit I found online I'm really interested in and do a little more homework on. But it basically it's an Arduino with a bunch of different sensors that come with it, and it, I guess, teaches you how to use them all, which is super cool. Even, I think, has a LED that comes with it. So this is our trigger arm here. It's going to slide, electric slide, all this wire. This comes in here. Where does it? Probably run it through there. Probably. And you go to your home. I know there's no bullets. You can see the IR flashing at me. Papa! Okay. My next question is, I don't know how I'm going to remount this board. I don't know how it was mounted to begin with. I'm going to have to extend one of these wires here. Probably just put some new ones in. I don't know, maybe I'll just splice something in there real quick to get that board back to its original location. And then I'm going to need to tuck up all this stuff out of the way. Some tape or something to keep it all out of the way. Nice and safe away from trigger mechanism. But since we're here and we're pretty much, let's say 85% assembled, I think we've got a good enough, let's go jam door. I left the jam door switch in because it really doesn't make sense for this to be open and be able to rev it, because you can't feed darts without this closed. So I just left it in there. And those wheels sound terrible. I tried to kind of rebalance them as much as I could, but it didn't seem to want to work. So we're gonna, like I said, eventually we're going brushless. For now, I think it'll be just fine. My wife doesn't play that often, so the once a month that this thing will get busted out, I think will do just fine. We're going to take this out, put this one in its place, and let's get to that.
Real quick, I think I can just go ahead and just solder these wires together and call it day, but I'm not sure yet. I'm going to find out in a few seconds. And then for this, you just simply clip off the top of it to make the trigger pull smoother, so you can pull without having to rev first. It just makes the trigger response, I feel, a lot smoother.
This one I think needs to go top. The way that board sits, yeah, that should be fine. I just happen to have some dots here. And it shoots. Let's go burst fire. Burst fire. Fully auto. And we're out of darts. Okay. Like my Rebel magazine, this thing's awesome. It actually fits 14 darts in very nicely, even though I think it's only supposed to be 12, and it's super compact. I'm going to repaint it. I think it's a great little magazine. I think it's cool looking, and it holds 14 darts, and it's not much bigger than a 12. What? Yeah. So 8 less darts than an 18, and not as cumbersome. I think I want more. Alright, so I think it was just popped out because it wasn't screwed down, so there's nothing kind of holding it together. Alright, so like I said, I really wanted to kind of do it in sort of more exhaustive mod guide to this beast here. Because no one has, and I think it's an injustice. YouTube land, what are you doing? I mean, like I said, Drac did a kind of a rewire guide, so to speak, but he didn't really show how he did it, didn't really show how it worked, things like that, didn't show you what to keep, what to ditch. He just, I guess, took out the resistors, he took out the boards and called it a day, which is cool, but I kind of did that too last night, and it didn't work. I mean, literally, like, it worked for a couple minutes, literally flawlessly, and then suddenly that rev trigger died. I don't know if this switch died. I don't know. In fact, did we ever try? I think I tried it. I'm pretty sure I tried it. Almost positive I tried it. Do this number here. Yeah. So if that were the case, if this switch were bad, I just bridge that gap right there, and I should get rev out. Yeah. should have gotten rev. The battery become disconnected. No. Oh, freaking. Oh, thing pops out all the time. Stupid bugger. It's pretty easy to slap back in there. You can kind of see that it just slides in there. Pop, 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 close. Alright, so let's try it again. I swear I did this though. See? Nothing. Should get rev right there. But I don't. So, but now I do. So, you know, sometimes it's you know, improvisation that wins the day. So, yeah, let's slap this beast back together, you know, while we're here. And I was lazy, I just didn't. Oh, we got a solder break. Solder break. Where is you? Just to see what it sounds like. Oh yeah, sounds a whole lot better. My little baby too. That's why I love those things. Fit perfectly in almost every AA battery tray. With a little trimming here and there, usually off the cover, because the cover has kind of bumps to keep the battery in place from not rattling. So when you take those out, normally they fit almost perfectly with maybe a slight bulge in a battery tray door. But that's the worst that you'll get from that. That's good. Here, eventually, I would like to get somebody 3D print a mag release that kind of comes to the side here and then just goes just past this port, this post, and then you can have a nice mag release, and then you can even make it kind of come back in a little bit, and nice mag release right there. Somebody 3D print one would be really easy. I don't have a 3D printer, I'd do it. Oh man, home stretch, alright. Probably well, guys, thanks for watching. I know it's a super long video. This is a super long project, so I do apologize for that. But, you know, I think it was worth it in the end. I think this is a sweet, awesome blaster, and a little bit extra TLC, I think it brings it a long way. But, thanks again. Hope it was helpful. If it was, leave a comment below. Please subscribe. I'm just going to record my journeys through this new hobby of mine. I know I'm super late to the game, but I think I'm going to be a competitor here in the long run. Ask my wife, I'm addicted, so I think this is just one step in the right direction, and I'm super excited about where we're going. So if you want to follow me on that journey, hit that subscribe button, you know, hit the notifications and all that blah, blah, blah. But leave some comments, man. I'm excited. I'm curious what you guys think, what your findings are. I want to know if anybody else has done this before, because according to YouTube, nobody has. So, thanks. This is Evil out. Nerf on. Semi. First.